One of Jesus' most difficult and challenging teachings is his teaching about non-resistance. He says, do not resist evildoers. And he gives us examples like if someone slaps you in the face, if someone punches you in the face, if someone steals from you, if they sue you, if they force you to go 1 mile with them. He also tells us to love our enemies, to do good to them, to pray for those who persecute us, these kinds of things. And then he gives us an example when he dies on the cross, praying for his enemies, even though he can crush them anytime he wants to. And Peter says in his epistle that when Jesus suffered and died for us on the cross, he was leaving an example for us. His suffering and his death was an example for us to follow in. So this is one of the most difficult things for a lot of people to wrap their minds around. Even many Christians who claim to be followers of Jesus hate this idea that they're not allowed to resist with violence. They're not allowed to fight back with their fists or with guns or something like that to save themselves or to save others. And one of the things that people may do when they're arguing about this, when they're trying to justify, violent self-defense, is they'll come up with very hard scenarios to try to back you in a corner, so they and get you to say, okay, yeah, you can use violence in that situation, right? So, for example, they might say, what if someone breaks into your house and they're gonna rape your whole family and all the kids and then kill them? You're really you're just gonna stand there and do nothing? And it's like, well, first of all, no, you should, you should preach to them, you should pray, you should get out of it, get your family out of there if you can. But they're trying to, force you into a situation where you'd say, okay, then I would fight back, then I would kill someone or use violence. It's like, what do you want me to do? Like Jesus gives us a teaching. He says, do not resist evildoers. And he didn't give any exceptions to that rule. So what do you want me to do? You want me to make up an exception where Jesus didn't give one? Is that safe to do? Jesus says, don't resist evildoers and gives no exceptions. And I'm going to come along and say, well, in this case, you can resist evildoers. Like, that's not the answer. The answer is to embrace what he said and to try to look at it from his perspective, figure out prayerfully, why does this make sense to Jesus? And then to obey it.